Caught my wife sending pics to BIL. Is our marriage salvageable at this point? My wife Jessica, 34, and I, 35 male, have been married for 3 years, and we dated for 2 years before that, and we have 2-year-old daughter. Jessica has 2 sisters. The eldest one, 38 female, is married to Jake, 40 male. A week ago I came home from work early and wanted to scare Jessica. I tried to be sneaky, but somehow I slipped and accidentally hurt my back. Jessica came to my rescue. I went to the bedroom and she went to the kitchen to get an ice pack. Her phone was by the bed and a WhatsApp notification came from Jake saying, "You've got the best pair I've ever seen." I immediately knew what was happening. I unlocked the phone and saw that she had just sent some pics and video of her melons to Jake, and there were no previous chats before that. When Jessica came back to the room, I showed her the chat and asked, "How long?" I have known this woman for 10 years and I have never seen her so mortified. Her eyes got teary and she said, "Babe, I am sorry, but I can explain." So I said, "Go on." According to her, at the end of 2019, she was struggling with money, and Jake suggested he would help her out. He hinted that he would like to see her pics. I feel like I'm writing a corn script at this point. So she did send him pics, and it continued over the years. She swears there was nothing emotional or physical involved. It was purely transactional. I didn't believe any of it, but she showed me on Venmo that MF paid her $300 yesterday. I then told her, "It's been 5 years. Try to remember if anything physical happened." For me, if even half of what she is saying is true, how could something like that not become physical? She started crying and told me she could prove it tomorrow because Jake would get suspicious if she tried to talk to him now. I took her phone, went to a bar, got wasted for the night, and when I came back she was still there crying. I just slept on the couch. Next day morning I gave her the phone. She called Jake. Conversation goes something like this. "Jessica, hey, I was wondering if you want some more pics." Jake, "I'm short on money. Yesterday I spent all of it." Jessica, "We can do something more this time and meet in person. I've changed my mind on that." Jake, "No way. How much are we talking about?" I felt like I was going to puke. I told her that we are done and left for office. I am not a very wealthy dude, but I would consider myself a stable guy who could take care of his family. Now I just feel like I have failed as a man whose wife had to sell her body to meet her expected lifestyle. When I got home that night, she looked bad. I asked Jessica why she kept taking money from him after we got married and why she didn't ask me while we were dating. She said she didn't know how to stop and that it was easy money. I left my home that night and told her she can keep the home and the car, but I want 50-50 custody of my child. So here I am now. Haven't told anyone about this. It's been a week since, staying in a hotel. I go home in the evening to play with my daughter. I'm speaking with divorce lawyers, and Jessica is constantly talking about marriage counseling. Update. Before getting to the update, some people were asking me to get a paternity test. I don't need one. I know she is my daughter because I am Indian and Jessica, my wife, is white, and my daughter looks like me. Now for the update. After I made that post, I shared my situation with my cousin's sister, 30 female. She is the only family member I have living in the States. I visited her place the next day, and she knocked some sense into me. I realized part of me still didn't want a divorce because I basically married Jessica against my parents' will. They wanted me to have an arranged marriage. So my failed marriage would hurt my ego. She also arranged a meeting with a divorce lawyer. And no, I am not giving up my house. I was just emotional at that time. From what I understand, in our state, infidelity has pretty much zero impact on the assets, so it will likely be a 50-50 split. However, there is a high chance I can get better custody of my daughter because I have a job and Jessica doesn't. She is also involved in seg work at this point, which could work in my favor. My father-in-law called me last evening and he was crying. He told me he didn't know what to say to me, and that if he were in my place, he would have left her. Apparently, Jessica got scared and told her family everything after I didn't visit home for 2 days and had blocked her everywhere. I guess I should have done that a little while ago, and Jake is out of his house also. So I think I will go for a divorce because there is no point of reconciliation at this point when the whole relationship seems fake to me.